Hi everyone, welcome to Fashionisers. I'm Holly Wolf. Today's beauty tutorial is going to be on a classic Dolce Gabbana beauty look. It's going to be a simple eye with a small wing liner and a red lip. Tom Ford Illuminating Primer all over the face. Followed by Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. So to blend in around the edges and like my eyes, my nose, my hairline, I like to use this brush. Sometimes it's the MAC number 130, and I'll dampen it a little. This, I'm gonna use my Illuminating Setting Spray by CoverFX. Just give it a little spritz. Next, I'm gonna use my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and just a tiny dab on your finger under the eye. Next, I'm going to go under the eye with my concealer. I use the NYX High Def Concealer. And so just a dab, and then the eyelid, my concealer brush. I like to dampen it a little too. Now I'll cover up my blemishes with same concealer, different shade. And I'm using the Real Techniques angled concealer brush. It's really great for, you can kind of dab with it. Now I'm going to set this with a powder. I'm using the NYX Stay Matte but not flat powder foundation, using my MAC 187 brush for this. So just to kind of set it under the eye, I'm using a Real Techniques setting brush and dabbing it in my powder and just going under the eye. And we're ready to start contouring. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Femstar Bronze and Glow Contour Palette. So I'm going to use my pointed contour brush and dab it in the dark shade. And then I just put a little on there and then I'll blend it. That's all the contouring we need for the cheekbone. So I'm using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Splits. And this has, I'll show you, very pretty pink color with the gorgeous highlighter on top. So I'm just gonna take my blush brush and do a little swirl and a tap and just start really lightly adding it on. That setting brush again from Real Techniques and just kind of get the excess powder off and start going over it with a highlighter that's on top. We're gonna keep adding highlighter to the rest of the face, bridge of the nose, as well, so we're going to add it and then kind of blend it in a little afterwards. Now I'm going to start with the eyeshadow. So I'm going to use two separate eyeshadow palettes, colors from each. Both are Charlotte Tilbury. This one is the Legendary Muse, and then this one is called the Dolce Vita. I'm using the Prime color in the Dolce Vita palette. And I'm using a number 11 brush from Tom Ford, just a good little fluffy brush that gives really good coverage. And then I'm going to go under the eye a little with that same Prime color, using a Tom Ford number 14 brush. MAC 224 brush to start with, and I'm going to use the Pop color in the Legendary Muse. And dab it on there, tap it, and just kind of lightly go over the eyelid. Now I'm going to use the same brush and use the Enhance color on the Dolce Vita palette. And just a tiny bit, because it's always easier to add more than take away. To my Tom Ford number 11 brush, add it back in the Crime color and go back over my eyelid. Now for the eyeliner. So there's just a very small wing on this, and I'm using the Kat Von D tattoo liner. Okay, so I'm going to start creating my wing, and I always start at the outer corner and just go up a little on each side, and then I connect it and go in, and then if I need to add to it I can, but I like to start small. The bottom lid has very, very little, so I'm literally just going to put one light coat on the bottom. And then a little heavier on the top. I'm going to start with my eyebrows using my Tom Ford Brow Sculpting Pencil. There's a little brush on one end, brush up, and just pencil in. It's not a very exaggerated brow, so I'm just going to pencil in the little gaps I have. And then I'm just going to set the brows with the Glossier Boy Brow Tinted Brow Gel. I'm going to use my Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray to give an all-over glow when I set this. We're going to complete the look with a darker red lip. For my liner, I'm using NYX Lip Liner in Sienna. Applied it all over my lips to create a good foundation for my lip color. And the lip color I'm using is Chanel Rouge Allure Ink in number 152. And that completes our classic Dolce & Gabbana beauty tutorial. Thank you for watching and see you next week. Bye.